Hi, it's June the 9th, 2009, I guess, and this is my first video where I'm going to express an opinion and see how that works out. I'm new at this, so please bear with me. Anyway, this is Just Norm. I'm your local neighborhood gay sober Christian, and I want to talk to you about something that happens here. I live in a co-op. It's a housing co-op. There's lots of different people here from different backgrounds. Some of us we live in poverty, and that's why we're here, and that includes me. And there's various people with various backgrounds, people coming from different parts of the world, new immigrants, all kinds of people, eh? So we try to foster an environment of tolerance and acceptance and reaching out to learn from each other. But there's a group of people, they belong to a traditional, well-known church, and I guess that's what hurts, because I consider myself a Christian too. But anyway, it seems to me that they're picking up the extra West that is left for everyone. It's a community newspaper left out where our mailboxes are. It's a gay community newspaper, and it's been around for many years, and I know that sometimes they can get pretty bold, to put it politely, but still, it's our community newspaper, and it gets delivered here and then it disappears, and sometimes I find it in the recycling, sometimes it disappears altogether and I find it in the garbage bins. And this has been going on for some time, and the reason I don't want to name the actual church or the people involved is because, I don't have any direct proof. I only have, I have a pretty educated guess. Anyway, I'm losing track of myself here. I just want to say that if they only knew just how much that hurts people like me. There's a number of gay and lesbian and transgendered people that live in this particular co-op community. And I'm old enough to remember what it was like when homosexuality was a criminal offense, and how you couldn't possibly be out with your boyfriend or do anything without being afraid of being beaten up or something like that. And when something like this happens, it makes me forget just how much progress we've made, because there are some people there whose hearts have not changed yet, and that's the most important thing. It's people's hearts that need to be changed. Political legislation usually has to come ahead of that, but social attitudes, tolerance towards each other, unfortunately that lags behind in some cases. I want to say that some people I know consider being gay and being Christian an oxymoron, I guess. That you can't be Christian if you're gay. Well, obviously I don't agree with that. There's lots of controversy. People throw passages from the Bible at me all the time. Those passages include words like homosexual and homosexual pervert, words that were added to heavily editorialized versions of the Bible over the last 50 years or 60 years, or maybe even further back. But terms like homosexuality were clinical terms with a very specific context that came into our literature, first appearing in Germany in the late 19th century, but popularized more like by Sigmund Freud and people like that. They don't belong in the Bible. There is no context from which those particular words can be directly translated from the ancient manuscripts to nowadays. Even if men were falling in love with men back in ancient times, as everyone knows they certainly were, for us to talk about what it's like for us to be gay nowadays, that wouldn't translate well at all 2,000 years ago. But you know something? I could go back and forth, and I've done this. I've spent a lot of time in my life, and I'd love to have that time back where I've argued on this kind of pseudo-academic level about what the Bible means and, whether or not it's okay to be gay and Christian. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is that, yeah, it is okay. I have a relationship with Jesus Christ in my heart. I don't believe in demons and devils and all that sort of stuff. I believe in the love and the goodness and the peace of Jesus Christ. And he doesn't hate me for being gay. Jesus Christ does not hate the fact that I've been in love with men in my life. My minister many, many years ago said, when I told her that I thought I might be gay, she said, it doesn't matter to God who you love, just that you love. And that's never left me. And I wish I could somehow impart this to the people downstairs. Maybe they think that they're just following the rules, and they haven't really investigated what it is to be gay, and they don't know me. As a matter of fact, I know that even though this is a co-op, they're not involved with people very much at all here. And that's what it takes. That's what you need to do in order to, change your attitudes and change your heart. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say for now. I don't know what this is going to look like, but I'm going to post it just as it is. Just because I could spend all kinds of time trying to write notes and doing this perfectly and then never get anything done. So I'm just gonna do it as it is. And I thank you for watching and listening. And God bless you, and God bless us all.